Welcome back to Jersey Matters. Another reminder, there's an election coming up on November 5th. All of the assembly seats in New Jersey are up, and one Senate seat in a special election in South Jersey. Our Veronica Dudo sat down and spoke with the candidates.
New Jersey voters will head to the polls in a general election that has all 80 assembly seats up for grabs, as well as one state Senate seat. New Jersey's first legislative district, which covers Atlantic, Cape May, and Cumberland counties, is the only district in the state with a Senate seat at stake in a special election. Democratic State Senator Bob Andrzejczak, a veteran, is running to keep the seat for a full term after filling a vacancy after Jeff Van Drew was elected to Congress. He is facing off against Republican candidate Mike Testa, a lawyer from Vineland.
I need help.
It's a familiar plea lawmakers often hear from constituents across the country, including here in New Jersey at campaign offices for both candidates running in the first legislative district race.
Lots of math.
While politics can be divisive at times, it's these voters who will decide the outcome of the state Senate seat, and they want to know where the candidates stand on several hot-button issues.
I am adamantly opposed to New Jersey being a sanctuary state. When you look at what the governor and the attorney general are doing, they're pushing our law enforcement in New Jersey to break federal law. You have a federal law enforcement agency, ICE, who has a job to do, and they add an additional layer of protection to our communities here in New Jersey. Now, there's the misconception of ICE going out and rounding up illegal immigrants and deporting them, and just for being here illegally. That is far from what is actually happening, and far from the truth, and far from the role that they provide. They are going around and they are finding people who are criminals, violent offenders, and arresting them and deporting them.
I think that the sanctuary state policy coming from Governor Murphy and Attorney General Grewal is illegal. I believe that there's the supremacy clause in our United States Constitution and our federal law that, federal law preempts any state from enacting a sanctuary state mandate. The other thing that's really interesting about this is that essentially they've done an end around the legislature and created a law from the Attorney General stating that we're a sanctuary state. There's a real problem there.
When it comes to offshore drilling, it's another issue that we've been adamantly against, and I think everyone in New Jersey has been against it as well. We've actually submitted legislation resolution, and we've been able to pass it unanimously through the Senate and the Assembly. When you look at the economy of New Jersey, especially South Jersey, I mean, we have tourism and we have fishing and we have agriculture. Well, two of those industries would be directly affected by offshore drilling.
We have such a great commercial and recreational fishing industry here in South Jersey and in Cumberland County as well, my home county. We have a huge oyster business, a huge scallop business, and obviously both commercial and recreational fishing is very large there, but not necessarily as large as Cape May County. I would really need to see that there would be no environmental impact from offshore drilling. I'm not prepared to state that I'm pro offshore drilling. I can tell you that, especially as it's going to impact our coastline.
So when it comes to wind energy, look, I'm absolutely in favor of renewable energies. However, I do feel what the governor is pushing and his agenda is admirable, but also very unrealistic at the same time. To be able to reach 100% renewables by 2050, I think we need to extend that quite a bit.
I have a real problem with the wind farms, I have to tell you. My understanding is it's going to affect watercraft. It's also going to affect natural habitats of shellfish and some of the fish that exist. I think that the Murphy administration's energy master plan is a disaster. It's an absolute disaster for South Jersey.
New Jersey's first district leans conservative and voted for Donald Trump in 2016. While the state's Democratic candidates have far outraised Republicans in money, voter turnout is expected to be low since it's an off-year election without a governor's race at the top of the ballot. Reporting for Jersey Matters, I'm Veronica Dudo.
All right, thank you, Veronica. It was a star-studded star-studded night recently in Asbury Park, New Jersey, as a new group was inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. We talked to several of the inductees. That's coming up next on Jersey Matters.